Hey, this is Wire with Creative Habits Podcast going live. Now, listen to this. This is 528 hertz. And if you go on Amazon or even YouTube or elsewhere, you'll find frequencies, recordings with this frequency. And the whole idea is it's supposed to be the love vibration, right? What's interesting about frequency is that it's all around us and influences our being. So here's a cool idea around frequency, thought frequency, creative frequency. Okay, this comes from Gary Vee. So I love this one. Every second you spend thinking about what somebody else has is taking away time that you could create something for yourself. So I love this idea because here it is, the great distractor, right? Your phone. And you're sitting there on Facebook. You're sitting there looking at social media and what other people are doing. And that frequency of creative flow is interrupted by the thought of missing out because they're doing something better. They're creating more. They're making more. They have different partners. They have vacations, whatever they might have, right? So suddenly you go from this creative mode to this lack. So the whole idea is to update your frequency. Now, one way, of course, is the 528 hertz, but another way is to look at what you're creating and to think of something you could create for yourself. And you're probably like, well, yeah, I would. But, obviously I'm going on social media because here I am. Maybe I'm tired from the day. I get, I'm like, I want a distraction. And here's what I say to you. And this comes from Steve Johnson. Love this book. Excellent book, right? Where good ideas come from. The Natural History of Innovation. Steve Johnson. This quote. Now check this out. This is awesome because he basically says what we all know, but if you practice it on a regular basis, you actually get a lot from this. You may know it, but when you intentionally practice it, it opens up a wide variety of creative thoughts. And it's awesome. Okay, here it is. The shower stroll removes you from the task-based focus of modern life, paying bills, blah, 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 and it deposits you in a more associative state. Now, it might be like associative state. What? And the thing of it is, associations, right? That's one of the creative things that happen when you combine different ideas together and make associations you wouldn't otherwise. Now, if you're jumping on social media, you want a distraction. Let's say you're bored, you're tired from what you're doing, and so you get this stimulus. You have this habit, and it provides stimulus to you. It's a positive stimulation. But if you updated that, and I'm not saying take a shower all the time during the day, but you can go for a walk, get up and do something, move about. And that movement actually helps take you away from what you're doing. And instead of looking at what you're missing out on, you're walking, you're doing something, whatever you might decide is fun to do that distracts your mind. And in that moment, all these ideas that you've fed into your brain, maybe over days, who knows, or it's just been a conversation you might have had, or any number of associations that kind of come together, and the magic of your brain and your subconscious brings forth these ideas you wouldn't get otherwise. Peanut butter and chocolate, the car, gravity, whatever it might be, you get these ideas. So the whole experiment and challenge to you is to, when you get this stimulus, because this is part of your habit, instead update that stimulus, hijack the habit, and you can hijack the habit by giving yourself a reward. And you can look at the power of habit, and got on my on creativehabitspodcast.com that talks about habit. But anyway, you hijack your quote unquote bad habit and you replace it with a good habit, which is in this sense, in this case, getting up, walking, doing some movement, doing some push-ups, I don't know, whatever it might be, but it gets you out of a state that you're currently in and feeds your brain with different ideas. It's also a lot more fun than going, oh my God, look, they're on vacation, they're doing this, doing that. So I put it out there to you that all this time you spend, every second you spend thinking about what somebody else has is taking away time that you could create something for yourself. So powerful. Great reminder. I love this. And so put it out to you as a creative spark to practice the idea of hijacking some of those habits that might make you think you're missing out when you're not. You're not missing out at all. Anyway, hope you've enjoyed this quick inspirational moment, creativehabitspodcast.com. Check out the Facebook Lives Challenge. This challenge gets you going in terms of, putting yourself out there. Video is big. It's just getting bigger and bigger. And the idea of using video is often overwhelming for most people. And they're shy on camera, or they just don't want to deal with the technology of it. And Facebook Lives provide you a very, very simple solution where you can just go in and you go live. You don't have the editing. You don't have all the technology. And you make it a habit on a regular basis. And suddenly you are like the comedian, right? Comedian goes and they practice their riffs. You're like the comedian and you practice your riffs, your core mantras that you kind of are pushing out to the world. You get a chance to practice that in a safe way on Facebook with Facebook Lives. And there's a lot of different ways to do this. This challenge walks you through a 14-day challenge. Great challenge. Check it out. It can be part of your creative flow. And the beauty of that is that it allows you to connect more easily with audiences. And it's not about the Facebook Lives. That's the real beauty of it. It's not about the Facebook Lives. It's about the transformation that happens by using Facebook Lives. The Facebook Lives aren't what you're going for. In the beginning, it doesn't matter about the Facebook Lives. It's what you transform by bringing your voice out and by allowing yourself to, mold ideas, riff with ideas, and then you can take that and you actually create content elsewhere, whether it be YouTube or what have you, but you get more comfortable with video. It's an awesome way to fall into your video voice, so to speak, and it's available to everyone. It's very simple. Technology is simple. Does so much on so many different levels. But the key is it's not about the Facebook Lives because nobody's going to watch. And you can actually make it so nobody's watching. So you can come out of your shell, so to speak, if you are indeed in one, or you can take what you've got and make it even better. Awesome way to do it rather than sitting down with a lot of the technology that video, kind of encases itself around. A lot of people glorify the cameras and the tech equipment and editing, fancy editing and whatnot. In the end, the message that you can get across on camera is so powerful. And to use it now is really important because engagement and connection to an audience is more important than ever. People are drowned in information and so on and so forth. That's why you need to come through with your own personality. Anyway, check it out, creativehabitspodcast.com/FB Lives Challenge. Thanks a lot for watching. See you next time.